Yes, it's a beautiful Monday morning to you listeners out there. And the program you're on to is Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM. And this is your delectable sports program. And I am Sports Diva. And this morning, I will be taking you on an eventful ride through the world of sports, ranging from the latest sports update, expert analyses, and exciting highlights in the sporting arena. So get ready and let's get the sports party started. Yes, beginning strong from the MPFL, where we've got this on the matches played, the fixtures that were played over the weekend. And this is coming from Kano Pillars and Rivers United. And this is from former Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa, as he scored the winning goal as Kano Pillars recorded a 1-0 victory over local rivals Barao FC at the Sani Abachi Stadium on Sunday. Musa hit the target for Kano Pillars 3 minutes before the hour marker. The end victory lifted Kano Pillars to 15th position on the table with 35 points from 29 games. Benidi George Rivers United also had won to the top spot after a 3-1 win over Bendel Insurance at the Adekoya Mersemaka Stadium in Port Harcourt. After a goalless first half, the hosts came alive after the break, scoring through Chijoke Mbauma, Wisdom Samuel and Samson Obi. The former champions stopped the standing with 52 points and 27 matches. In Enugu, champions Remo Stars dropped to the bottom spot after the 4-1 defeat to Rangers. Kinetic Boke scored twice for Rangers, with Chidoze Wundu and Wisdom Ebirim also on target. Remo Stars scored their goal through Frank Kingwe. And now moving ahead to the full fixtures of the MPFL. This just concluded weekend, beginning from the match between Kano Pillars and Barao FC, where Kano Pillars went home with a 1-0 victory over Barao FC. And moving on to the next match, that was from Plateau United versus Niger Tornadoes, where Plateau United beat Niger Tornadoes to a stunning victory of 3-0. Moving on to the next match, that was results for the next fixture that was played over the weekend. Rangers International Remo Stars, where Rangers International went home with 4 and Remo Stars went home with just 1. And moving on to Abia Warriors versus Shooting Stars, where Abia Warriors beat Shooting Stars to a stunning victory of 2-0. And Wari Wolves versus Agimba FC, where Wari Wolves beat Agimba FC to a victory of 2-1. Rivers United versus Insurance, Bendel Insurance. Yes, Rivers United versus Bendel Insurance, where Rivers United went home with a victory of 3 and Bendel Insurance 1. Castina versus Quara United. Sorrowfully and sadly, Castina lost to Quara United to a stunning defeat of 2-1. Nasarawa United versus Ikorodu City, when Nasarawa United beat Ikorodu City to a victory of 1-0. Kun Khalifat versus Bayelsa FC, and that is the final NPFL fixture. Kun Khalifat won with a stunning victory of 1-0 and beat Bayelsa United. Yes, moving on, still talking on PFL, where we've got this on Wiki Terrorist, the Nigerian Premier Football League and PFL side. Wiki Terrorist have declared Isa Aliyu Undala absent without official leave. The Bauchi Elephant said Undala failed to return to the club after permission to go on trial abroad. Wiki Terrorist consider the action a breach of contractual and professional obligation expected of all registered players of the club. They have notified the league body and other relevant authorities regarding the player status in accordance with applicable regulations governing players' conduct and contractual compliance. Wiki Tori said that the player is still under contract with the club. Undala was a regular fixture in Wiki Tori's team before leaving for trials. Yeah, still talking MPFL, where we've got this coming from Nasarawa United technical advisor, Umbas Mangat, as he has commended his players for playing 2 instructions and a 1-0 win over Ikorodu City. Right, Amadi's 83rd minute free kick, and Nasarawa United the maximum point in Lafia on Sunday. Mangat admitted that his team showed Ikorodu City respect following their impressive run in the league. He had this to say, said an I coach, before now, we were very much aware of how difficult this game would be, knowing that Ikorodu City are also a team in contention for the league title. He said, we gave them a lot of respect in the first half. We sat back a lot, no chance created, so we decided to effect some changes in the second half. You saw that those changes were made the difference for us. Nasarawa United now move to the 3rd position on the league table with 47 points from 29 matches. They will square up with defending champions Remo Stars in the next league game in Ghana. Yes, moving on to the NNL, where we've got this coming from ABS FC coach Ogundeji. Abubakar Bukola Saragi, ABS coach Ogundeji Joel, has held his players' performance despite the defeat against Lobby Stars. The Lorraine Bayside suffered a 2-0 loss to Lobby Stars in the match day 11 fixtures in Makurdi on Saturday. Honor Peter, the veteran forward, and the veteran forward, Barnabas Imenga, were on target for Lobby Stars in the game. Ogundeji said he was proud by the effort and determination displayed by his players during the encounter. He had this to say, he said, and I quote, I am satisfied with my players' performance. They showed great determination, discipline, and team spirit throughout the game. The result does not truly reflect our efforts on the pitch. It was a bit of a hard luck for us, and I am proud of the mentality that the players showed during and after the game, and that was coming from no other person but ABS coach Ogundeji Joel. The 7 teams, of course, that were confirmed, that have been confirmed for the quarter-final draw. Talking FA Cup, of course. At least 7 teams have made it into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. On Sunday, that was yesterday, 3 more clubs won their 5th round ties to book their spots. Fulham suffered a shock 1-0 defeat at home to Southampton in the early kickoff, thanks to late Ross Stewart's penalty. Port Vale also claimed a major scalp as they eliminated Sunderland with a 1-0 victory. The last game of the day saw Leeds United trash Norwich City 3-0 at Elland Road. They all joined Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City and Chelsea in the heart for the quarter-final draw. The draw will be conducted today evening. Yes, moving on to the La Liga. I have got this one coming from Marco Adams, and this is talking Sevilla, of course. Marco Adams ended the 5-game goal drought. Sevilla were out to a 1-1 draw at the Rayo Vallecano in their La Liga contest at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Adams gave Sevilla the lead with a header in the 13th minute after he was set up by the superb cross from Cesar Aspizulta. Pachas Espino restored parity from Rayo Vallecano. 5 minutes after the break, Adams has so far registered 7 goals and 3 assists in 22 league appearances for the Roji Blancos this season. Sevilla maintain 13th position on the La Liga table following the stalemate. They will travel to the league leaders Barcelona for the next league game. Yes, moving on, we have got this on Nigerian midfielder Fisayo Dele Bashiru, as he says his focus is firmly on helping SS Lazio win the Coppa Italia this season. After a difficult campaign disrupted by injuries and international duties, the 25-year-old as known has struggled for consistency during his first full season with the senior side, but he recently enjoyed a positive moment when he scored his first goal of the campaign in Lazio 2-2 draw against Atlanta BC in the Coppa Italia. Speaking with newsman, the midfielder stressed that Lazio's main target is lifting Coppa Italia, which would secure qualification to the next season UEFA Europa League and provide a positive finish to what he described as a challenging year. Yes, moving on, we have got this on Fulham, and this is coming from Adams and Fago. Nigerian players produce decisive moment. They produced decisive moment across Europe yesterday as Ako Adams and Salim Fago entered the goal drought, with Geoffrey Chinedu striking twice, while Alexi Wobi and Calvin Bassi and Samuel Chukwueze FA Cup hopes collapsed with Fulham. Yes, still talking England and talking Iwobi, Bassi, Chukwueze and Fulham. Nigerians international Alexi Iwobi, Calvin Bassi and Samuel Chukwueze saw their hopes lifting the FA Cup this season come to an end after Fulham were knocked out by Southampton in a shock round of 16 defeat at the Craven Cottage. The Premier League side suffered another 1-0 loss to their champions opponent in a tense contest marked by controversial officiating decision and missed opportunities from the host. Fulham entered the tie as a clear favourites, particularly given their steady league form that has kept them in the top half of the Premier League season standings. However, Southampton delivered a disciplined defensive performance and capitalised on key moments to secure a famous cup upset. Iwobi, who lifted the FA Cup with Arsenal in 2017, remains the only one among the trio to have won the competition. Bassi and Chukwueze, meanwhile, will have to wait at least another year for chances to add their prestigious trophy to their careers. With the cup campaign now over, the club will shift its attention back to the Premier League, where they currently sit 10th in their standings with 9 matches remaining in the season. A strong finish could still secure European qualification, but the disappointment of a missing out at the FA Cup will still linger. For the Nigerian contingent, the focus will be on maintaining their role in the squad as Fulham push for consistency in closing weeks of the domestic campaign. Yes, moving on to Spain, where we've got Adams and Ejuke. I'm talking Sevilla, of course. Nigerian striker Ako Adams ended the first match goal draw to help Sevilla in the La Liga encounter against Rayo Vallecano. Adams strike marks his 4th goal in 8 matches since returning from the AFCON and his 7th league goal of the season for 22 appearances. The Nigerian resurgence since the Continental Tournament has been notable. Prior to our AFCON, Adams struggled for consistency, managing just 3 goals and 1 assist in 13 matches since returning to club duty. However, he has rediscovered his form with 4 goals and 2 assists in 8 games. Yes, moving on to Belgium, where we've got Rafael Onyedika and talking Club Brugge, of course. Nigerian midfielder Rafael Onyedika experienced a mixed afternoon in Belgian Pro League after committing an error that led to a goal during a side-eye scoring encounter with Anderlecht. The defensive midfielder was caught in possession early in the match, allowing Nathan De Carter to capitalise and give Anderlecht the lead. However, Onyedika quickly recovered recovered from the mistake and played a role in stabilizing Bruges midfielder. Later in the first half, he produced a vital clearance to deny Kyrian Sabe after goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel had the initial effort. Over the course of his 89-minute performance, Onyedika produced a strong passing display, completing 54 of 59 passes for an accuracy rate of 92%. His distribution in advanced area was equally efficient, completing 33 of 37 passes in the opposition half. Yes, moving on to the next person to watch out for that we watched out for this weekend matches. Talking Salim Fago, of course, and Victoria Plezan into Zechia. Nigerian forward Salim Fago ended his recent scoring drought with an important goal for FC Victoria Plezan in a 3-0 away win of FC Adraka Kralov in Czech First League. 23-year-old used the space to a devastating effect shortly before halftime, sprinting past the defender to latch on to a long ball before calmly finishing past goalkeeper Adam Zadrazil. Yes, moving on, we've got this on Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi moved back there. He moved to the brink of another goal-scoring milestone at the Inter Miami bagged. As Inter Miami bagged and their second win of the Major League Soccer season with a 2-1 victory over DC United on Saturday. Messi, who scored twice in Miami, Florida derby win over Orlando last week. Bagged his third goal of the season with a deft achieved, finishing the 27-minute at Baltimore M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The Argentine superstar 80th goal for Miami takes his career tally to 899, leaving him just one away from reaching the 900 goal milestone. The 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, who turns 39 in June, scored 672 goals for Barcelona earlier in his career, and 32 at Paris Saint-Germain, with a further 115 international goals for Argentina. In Saturday's win of the reigning MLS champion up the Eastern Conference standings into third place with 6 points from 3 games. Yes, moving on, we've got this big one coming from no other person but Amaso Basogi. The Bible goalkeeper Amaso Basogi has expressed relief and gratitude after his Tanzanian club Singida Black Stars cleared him of match fixing allegation following the internal investigation. The club has suspended Basogi for 3 months on February 27 after concerns were raised by fans, management and stakeholders over the series of errors in recent matches, including against Flambeau du Centre in the CAF Confederation Cup and Pamba Gigi and Namungo FC in the MPC Premier League. However, in a statement signed by Chief Executive Officer Jonathan Cassano on Saturday, Singida confirmed that its disciplinary committee found no evidence of match fixing or gambling by the goalkeeper, ruling that the incidents which triggered suspicion were simply technical mistakes. Yes, moving on, we've got this one coming directly from Semi Ajayi. Super Eagles centre-back Semi Ajayi has returned from injury on Saturday and could not prevent Up City from failing to a 3-1 home defeat against Millwall in the English Championship at the MKM Stadium. Ajayi had been signed since January 17th and suffering a hamstring injury during the third place match of the 2025 African Cup of Nations against Egypt, having featured in 6 matches for Nigeria during the tournament. In his absence, all have struggled, and Saturday's defeat did lead you to change the picture. Millwall drew first blood through Jay Cooper, who finished from close range following the set piece out level before halftime, when Joe Gadhart scored from inside the penalty area after a well-worked move. Millwall reasserted control after the break, with Mihajlo Ivanovic restoring the advantage from close range. All pushed for an equalizer through attacking substitution, but were unable to find a way through a well-organized Millwall defense. The visitors then put the result beyond on board out when John Cosborn struck powerfully from outside the area late on the seal of the win. Ajayi completed the match, contributing to several defensive faces as he worked to rebuild match sharpness following his extended absence. Yes, moving on. I've got these on Ademola Lookman. And Atletico Madrid edge past Real Sociedad 3-2 in a thrilling La Liga encounter on Saturday. That's as a timely dress rehearsal for next month Copa del Rey final between the two sides scheduled for April 18 in Sevilla. The Super Eagles forward started for Atletico and contributed effectively before being replaced in the 53rd minute and in a suffer score rating of 7.2 as Diego Simeone's side claimed the third consecutive league victory to consolidate third place in the standings with 54 points from 27 games. The match burst into life as early as the 5th minute when Alexander Soloth bullied Atletico ahead against his former club, only for Carlos Sola to restore parity moment later with a fierce left-footed effort in the top corner. The first half continued at a frantic pace but ultimately ended level with Lookman and Simeone causing problems for Sociedad defense without finding a decisive moment. Yes, moving on to the fixtures. Of course, we know on this aspect of the program, we always give you fixtures that will be played today. That is the 9th of March and tomorrow the 10th of March, of course. They can end from the FA Cup where West Ham United and Brentford. That match will kick off by 7:30 p.m. Moving on to tomorrow. That is the 10th of March, Tuesday the 10th of March, when Galatasaray versus Liverpool. And talking UEFA Champions League, of course, round of 16. When Galatasaray versus Liverpool will kick off by 5:45 p.m. Atlanta versus Bayern Munich will kick off by 8 p.m. Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham Hotspur 8 p.m. Newcastle United versus Barcelona will kick off finally by 8 p.m. Yes, and on that note, we have come to wrap on today's edition of Sports Diaries. Many thanks to those who made today's program possible. Many thanks to those who are here with me in the studios this morning. Many thanks to listeners and fans out there that continue to tune in and consistently tune in to listen to Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM. Until next time, I remain your favorite sports diva. Keep loving the game and stay sporting. God bless you. Bye-bye.